Everyday carry. You know, a lot of people do videos on everyday carry. I think mine will be a little bit different. And this is the first type of video I've done like this. And we'll talk more about it in the future. But this video is focused specifically on what I do on my body only. Not what's in my car, not what's in my Maxpedition bag, in the trunk, or what's in my console or in the glove box. That's a whole separate story. In my car, I have a system to protect myself and family against carjacking and things like that, in case I'm stranded, I'm in a ditch in bad weather, and that's a whole separate video. In my home, that's a whole separate video. This video is focused on everyday carry when I'm out and about walking. Okay, just walking on my human body. And so depending on the apparel that I'm wearing, that'll change my everyday carry system. So I'm just going to show you some options on what I do. Now you might say I'm a little overkill, but I like to feel protected. And it's my Second Amendment right. I can carry one firearm or I can carry three. I can do what I wish, as long as I'm a law-abiding citizen and have my permit to do so, which I do. Okay, now I'm going to start with my one thing that I really feel comfortable with, and that is a shoulder holster system, okay? You know I've been talking about this on the channel for a long time. I like to have my 10mm, and by the way, I'll do a whole separate video on shoulder holsters, and I like to have my Glock 20 on my shoulder like this, because it's not on my waist. I will cover it with any old shirt I wish, okay, any old button-up shirt, and it's totally covered, and it's easily accessible. So if I'm in a situation in the car and I can't get to my pocket, I can't get to my ankle, I can't get to my console, my glove box, I can always get to this. And by the way, talking about shoulder holsters, as you know, we have ArmoryExpressOutlet.com, and this is the difference in a production-made shoulder holster, which I'm wearing, and it's excellent. It's kind of heavy a little bit. It pulls into your shoulders here. The Glock 20, you know, and it's got all these spare mags here. It's something like 45 rounds total, so that weighs it down. But what's nice about a custom shoulder holster is, you know, look at the difference in width. Please zoom in on my wife's here. Say hello.
Hi everybody.
Welcome back. It's been a while. Look at the difference in width from custom to production shoulder holsters. And I'll do a complete comparison. There's nothing like the thickness. Look at that. Look at the thickness comparison of the custom shoulder holster. So yeah, I've got a number of these custom ones, and I'll do a whole separate video on that. But yeah, I do like to have the shoulder holster system. Okay, that's my core to my everyday carry on my human body when I'm walking out and about. Now, I also like to have other firearms at my disposal. So in my pocket, I have more options than most, which is whatever, you know, I'm just saying. 357 Magnum, J-frame, I like this baby. Internal hammer, this slips in any pocket, it just, you put it in your jeans pocket and you've got a 357 Magnum ready to go, in addition to your shoulder holster. Who knows, maybe you got to pass a gun off to somebody. That's why I like to carry spare firearms. I also like to, depending on where I'm going. Now, if I'm going to downtown Miami, I'll carry 3 guns. Yeah, I'll carry 3 guns. That's just me. I like to have an ankle system. I like to have a Kimber 3-inch. And this one here is the Ultra Crimson Carry 2 with the laser. So, that's my core type of system with firepower. Shoulder holster, a gun in my pocket, and a gun on my ankle. Not necessarily all 3 all at once, depending on what I'm wearing, if I'm in my suit, if I'm dressed in just the jeans and t-shirt. But I like to have at least 2 firearms. And maybe also possibly in my pocket, I really do like the Car PM40 with the laser, because it carries more rounds than the revolver. So one of these 2 in the pocket, it really appeases me. I really like that. Now, you have to have, of course, the normal stuff. You have to have your wallet, and you have to have your keys. And on my keychain, yeah, I do have a whistle. It's just something that can scare away an attacker. It can also alert people if you're in harm, if you're down in a ditch somewhere and no one knows you're there. A whistle is a manly thing to have on your keychain. And I also carry some external hard drives to move data around to different computers. Now, I also have a whole separate set of keys. See, this is just my car key because I want it to be small. My car key, the hard drives, and a whistle, that goes in my pocket, that's small. But then I have this huge blob of keys that I keep in the car. You know, my house key, my office key, and all the other different keys that we need. That's not in my pocket at all times. So I'm just talking about what's always on my body, you know, when I'm walking out and about. Now, another thing that's always on my body is a Victorinox multi-tool, because you never know, you have to open boxes, you have to, you need a screwdriver and things like that, scissors. I really like to have one of these. Flashlight is always on my body, day or night, because this is a weapon. And I've done a demonstration with this before. You've seen it, what it can do. If you've seen that video where I took out some drywall, you know, like it was a paper towel, this will kill someone. This is a Phoenix TA20. My favorite flashlight on the planet, all around, for lumens, for strobe, and for personal protection. And I like the fact that it's got this muzzle on the front that it will bash someone's skull open like it's an egg. This is a good tool, it's a good weapon, okay? So I will always have this day or night. As far as knives, I'll always have a knife on me. I have multiple knives and I like to mix and match each day. I just got a couple here for examples. As you know, I do like the Espada series, and yes, I will carry an extra large. My wife's here. How often do I carry this? A lot, right?
Quite often, yeah.
Quite often. And do you feel safer when I have it with me?
I always feel safe with you because there's always plenty of weapons.
There's always something in my bag of tricks. But now if this is illegal because it's so large, you know, you may want to go with the smaller Espada, the large, or even the medium, which is a little bit smaller. And I like the Raja. This is the Raja 1, no longer available. Cold Steel is known for just pulling their products off the market. So, depending on my situation and what I'm wearing, I'll carry a blade or two blades. Sometimes I'll put a small Benchmade in my shirt pocket and I'll have this monster Espada in one of my other pockets. If I'm wearing cargo pants, I'm really loaded up. If I'm in my suit, then I gotta just think it all out. It's all common sense. Now what about, I'm just talking out loud here, if I'm out and about at night, you wanna have, well here, a pouch. Sometimes I'll carry a pouch. Maybe I don't want to do the shoulder holster for whatever reason. It's hot. It's the middle of July. It's 105 degrees here in Florida, and I'm going to a barbecue, and I just can't wear the shirt, even though I said, well, I always want to wear it. But let's be real. What if it's really just too hot? Well, then I got this pouch here, and I'll tell you what, that's nothing to sneeze at. Okay, Glock 21. Spare magazine, and this has a light and laser on it too. I like having the light and laser, especially if it's at nighttime. I also like to have a paddle holster. This is all custom that I get from my custom person who designs these. This is the thickest gauge leather there is. This happens to be ostrich skin, and it's an HK with a light laser on the front. So sometimes I'll put this on my hip at night. So I'm just saying I don't carry all of this at once, but generally speaking, I'll carry a minimal of 2 guns, preferably a shoulder holster and a pocket pistol. And then sometimes also the ankle, okay? And then a couple of knives. No matter what, I'll have my multi-tool and at least one really good self-defense knife to protect my life. Now, like I said, I'm not talking about what's in my car, what's in my trunk. This is a must to have something you can put on your head. This Phoenix light that goes on your forehead, because if you break down in your car and you have to go for a walk and you want to be hands-free, this will light up the whole area. So these are things we'll talk about in the future. And I have a Maxpedition bag I keep in all the vehicles and next to my bedside, and I have first aid and everything else. This is a separate video. But as far as what I carry every day, besides the normal things, the phone, I think I mentioned the phone, my iPhone's here somewhere. You gotta have your phone, you gotta have all your common sense stuff, but as far as things to protect your life, please give me your input what you do. Do you think I'm overkill because I carry a minimum of 2 firearms and 1 good, really big blade, if it's legal in your state, and maybe I'll throw a SIG a 380, a P238 in my shirt pocket, and it's small enough to do that. Not this pocket, but generally speaking, you can do it. So let me know what you do. I just like to be protected. I like to know and be cognitive of where everything is on my body. And that's important also. So every day when I go out with a different system, I think to myself, I say, all right, Tom, I got this on my ankle, all right, it's got a safety on it. I've got this here. I got my Glock 10 millimeter, my 20. I've got whatever I've got on me, and I think of how it's loaded. Is it in condition 1, condition 2, and all my guns are always hot. That's just me. You might differ, but I want to know if I have to pull it in a nanosecond, I can save my life. I also want to know if I'm in the car, I can get to it in the shoulder holster and take someone out and shoot them through a door if I have to. It's all about saving our lives. That's what this is all about, not being a Rambo, about protecting our lives and our loved ones and other people in society. All right, let me know your input. This is just throwing some stuff out there for everyday carry. Thanks for watching weaponseducation.com. Please tell a friend.